With the challenges of the current time, it is a good idea to stay employed at your current company. As of June 5, 2020, the Philippine Statistics Office has announced a record high of 7.3 million Filipinos unemployed. That is 17% of the entire population. And this is as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Good day, and welcome to another edition of Nukie's Nook. My name is Nukie. I am your certified human resource professional and life coach. And in today's session, we will be talking about how you can keep your work during the times of the pandemic. If you are still working at sumisweldo sa mga panahong ito, ay dapat maging mapagpasalamat tayo. Not all Filipinos are as lucky as you. And that brings us to giving back the value of our work to our employer, syempre. Now, did you know that your employer may not be talking about it, but they too definitely feel yung impact po ng pandemic na ito? And there are a lot of expenses, there are a lot of things that they need to pay for, tuloy-tuloy lang din ang renta, but at the same time, hindi naman po ganun kaganda ang sales. So at this time, marami po ang nawawalan ng trabaho. So para po sa iyo na gusto mong makip ang trabaho mo or at least ma-increase yung chance mo na ikaw ang piliin ng kumpanya mo, ano ba ang dapat mong gawin para maibalik mo ang value na binibigay sa iyo ng company? Tip number 1, be productive at work. Siguro po wala nang masihigit pa na mahalaga sa mga panahong ito kundi ang pagiging productive sa trabaho. Dahil nga po, krisis at marami pong gastusin, when you are effective or efficient at work, natatapos mo lahat ng mga trabahong binibigay sa iyo, ibinabalik mo rin sa iyong employer ang worth ng kanilang perang binabayad bilang sweldo mo. And that is a really good thing to have. So in order to complete your task, create a list that you can follow through. That way, hindi nasasayang ang panahon mo sa pag-iisip ng ano ba yung next mong kailangang gawin. Now, once you have already completed your task, it will be a good idea as well to master yung mga ginagawa mo regularly so that you'd be able to do them quicker. At pag mas maaga kang natapos, you can offer assistance for others. At times of crisis, it is very important that we know mas dumadami po ang trabaho. And if we are able to finish our tasks faster, mas magiging ready po tayo to take on other tasks that our company might require. Tip number 2, show initiatives. Siyempre kung tapos ka na sa mga kailangan mong gawin, hindi mo kailangang maghintay na sabihin sa'yo ng manager mo, oh, pwede mong idagdag ba to sa trabaho mo. Go to your manager, call them up and ask them for anything else that you can do to help. There is nothing better than exceeding expectation by helping your co-workers. It also helps you build a good relationship with them. Siyempre po, yan pong bawat additional work na nagagawa mo para sa kumpanya, that is time saved. And time saved is also resources saved, which is always a very good thing for the company. The more time we are able to save, the more time we can also spend thinking about new ways on how we can survive through this pandemic. So definitely, makakatulong po yun sa ating company and it will make you become more valuable. Number 3, be adaptable. So sa isang previous video po na pag-usapan na po natin yung adaptability na yan at kung gaano yan kahalaga dito po sa ating nai-experience. If you haven't watched that video, I have added a link at the bottom part dun po sa ating description. Pwede nyo pong i-click yun so you can watch that video. But talking about adaptability means that you may be assigned new work. And sometimes, you might feel na parang hindi naman ako ang best person para sa trabaho to. Well, do not fret because all of us are struggling in this time and your manager also has an idea that you may not be great at it at first, but they want to see that at least you are trying. Complaining about any new task isn't helpful at all at times like these. So kung may pagkakataon, tell them, okay, I may not be great at this yet, but I'll go ahead and give it a try, Mr. Manager, and give me some feedback if you have any after the work is done. That is one way that you can handle it with adaptability. And if you consistently do this, the company sees that you are somebody who is fruitful and you will be willing to learn throughout all of the challenges of this pandemic. It increases the chances that they choose you over anyone else who may not be willing to take on new challenges during this time. Tip number 4. Do not make your manager feel that work is last on your list. Of course, lahat po tayo may mga iba't ibang priorities, and even your managers have priorities of their own. But you do not have to state the obvious. No? There will be times that family and work will compete in your priority list. And there are a few questions that you can ask in order to really identify if you can, get off from work to attend to your family or vice versa. First, you would like to ask, is this worth losing my job for? Remember, napaka-volatile po ng panahon, no? Pwedeng mag-decide na alisin ka at any time just because of something that is recent that you have done. And you may have done really well in the long years of your service, pero tandaan po natin, human nature says that we focus more on the mistakes of the person. At kung more recent yan, mas lalo pong madaling matandaan yan kaysa sa mga magagandang accomplishment na nagawa mo. The next question is, do I absolutely have to be there? Kasi baka naman merong iba na pwedeng mag-attend dun sa emergency aside from you. Now, some of you may say, teka, priority ko family ko. But you have to remember as well that, yes, family is priority, but you are also working for your family. It will be more difficult to tend to your family if you don't have the resources that will enable you to help them at times of needs. Kung merong nagkaroon ng emergency and there's someone else who can help, then you can be the one focusing on gaining the resources needed in order to spend later on para po dyan sa emergency na yan. So, you don't have to also feel guilty. The next thing that we can also add to our list of questions is, are there other alternatives? Tayo po kasi sanay na sanay tayo po dyan sa dual solution mindset. Pag sinabi po nating dual solution mindset, what that means is you only have two solutions that you're thinking of. Sabi mo, pag ginawa ko to, ito hindi ko pwedeng gawin. Ito, pag ginawa ko, yung kabila naman ang mapapabayaan ko. But there are a lot of problems or instances in life, especially when it comes to work and home priorities, where pwede namang magkaroon ng alternative where you can attend to both. You just have to be creative. Is there a way that you can handle the other emergency online? Is there a way that while you're in the emergency, you can also be online attending to your work? Think outside of the box. Don't think that if you do one thing, you cannot do the other. Sometimes you can actually multitask and do both. Tip number 5. Do not expect to be thanked. So I'm sure marami po kayong ginagawa and sometimes it feels like the job is just really too much. Sometimes dahil sa marami kang initiative, you go beyond the normal expectation. And for some of us, we are expecting to be thanked. Please don't. Instead, think about this. Other people also have other things that they're thinking of. Your manager also has a lot of tasks that they need to do. So they may not be able to thank you for the job that you have done. It doesn't mean that they are not thankful though. It just means that they might be looking at other things that they cannot verbalize o ilagay sa words yung pasasalamat nila sa'yo. Now, if you'd like to take it, a step higher, then you can also be the bigger person. And what that means is you can be the one to thank people when they do tasks for you on your behalf. This way, baka naman makonbinsi mo rin sila na pasalamatan ka pabalik, no? Ganyan lang po ang gusto natin gawin because that will help foster a positive mindset for everyone during this pandemic. And definitely your company will look into keeping people who are able to sustain a positive mindset at these times. And those are the tips that we have on how you can increase your chances of staying at your work during these times of pandemic. Are there other tips that you can think of? Don't forget to comment them down below. And if you would like us to tackle any specific topics, you might also add that in your comments. Now, for more personal and professional development tips, just like this one, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel or like us on our Facebook. And just remember, here at Competad, we want you to have the competitive advantage. Bye for now.